Even though a young family's rental nightmare right here in Charlotte. Jonathan Cohen says his home was falling apart as soon as he moved in with his family. And to make matters worse here, he says construction on the house became hazardous for his young son.
It wasn't until WCNC Charlotte stopped in and checked on the situation that Cohen says the owner, a corporate landlord, finally addressed the issues. Our Julia Kaufman has the story.
It's a gas station.
It is a gas station.
Jonathan Cohen and his family were excited to move into this Charlotte house in August.
There's not a lot of homes for rent. So when we found it, we hopped on it.
Invitation Homes owns the property. Cohen was looking forward to having a corporate landlord.
We were like, this will be a good experience. They're a big company, right?
But as soon as they moved in, problems began.
3 out of the 4 toilets weren't working the first day.
Cohen filed multiple maintenance requests. He says as soon as one toilet was fixed, another would break.
Multiple times the toilet, and then finally it flooded.
A month after their house flooded, there's still evidence of work needing to be done.
But when the flood happened, they offered to get me out of my lease. We don't want to be out of the lease. We just want everybody to do the job. That's all, in a safe manner.
Cohen says his biggest frustration was concern for his son's safety due to repairs on the back deck.
Not to mention the nails that left, in the play area and all that stuff, and just debris for a couple weeks for him to play in.
Cohen says Invitation Homes supervisors finally came to see the issues in November, but he still wasn't seeing a change. So he reached out to WCNC Charlotte for help.
At every step, it was the disregard of safety.
We emailed Invitation Homes on Tuesday. Cohen says the company reached out to him the next day, and they now have a game plan to finish the remaining work.
It's very unfortunate that we had to escalate this, level. And thank God for you guys got a result.
An Invitation Homes spokesperson tells WCNC Charlotte, quote, "Our goal is to always provide a high-quality home and exceptional service to our residents. In the rare instance where a resident is not satisfied, we work hard to make things right." They say repairs should be finished by the end of next week. Cohen hopes this will prompt change at Invitation Homes to ensure safety is a priority. Julia Kaufman, WCNC Charlotte.
So as a renter, you might be wondering, how do you avoid ending up in this kind of situation? Well, of course, there are no guarantees, but regulators recommend that you research potential landlords. Ask around, check their ratings, pull a background check, look for any past discipline. Also, carefully review leases so you know what you're agreeing to. That includes what is and is not allowed. And then finally, take pictures of everything when you move in and when you move out. That way you've documented every little detail in the event there is a dispute. And if there is a problem that arises, you can file a complaint. The State Attorney General's office and North Carolina Real Estate Commission are there to help advocate on your behalf.